Because that's not who she is. She's a boxer, she's a world champion, she's a mother. I mean, you do a lot of things, but at the end of the day, you're your own person. All right, Marlen, ready? Let me get the bad question out of the way. How was camp?
Right? Before we talk about being a real human being,
exactly. No, I don't care about camp. You know that. All right, let's go. On the Insider Show.
It was good.
Yeah, it was great. It was the best. You're in the best shape of your life.
It was the best camp of my entire life.
Exactly.
It was the best shape of my life. Everybody's focused, everybody's ready, and that's how it usually rolls.
You're so good to play around with that. It's good. You get going. When you look at your fights and all that other stuff, and you start figuring things out, this is the first time where you get to fight in Texas with the Ring Magazine belt, right? The special belt, the one that means the most significance, right?
Correct. Every belt has this like huge thing because you work for it, you fight for it. But obviously, with the Ring belt, it's going to be the first time I'm fighting with it. I'm in the top 10 now, and on top of it all, it's going to be in Texas. I really don't want to leave Texas. To be honest with you, it's been good. No matter if it's in Dallas, San Antonio, El Paso, it's always feels like home.
All right. Now, before we got going, I had all these questions ready for Marlen. And then you were telling me, though, that you have a special development coming out with Nike. And this isn't a commercial or an ad or anything like that. I just found this fascinating because, I told you I used to cover basketball and baseball. So when an athlete says, oh, I'm going to get my own shoe, it's a big deal, especially in the basketball world. But you have your own female boxing boot in the process of being making?
Correct. So when I first signed with Nike, which was about 2009, they were asking me about boots. They mold your foot, just stuff like that. And they're used to everybody. But they only had Pacquiao at the time. And I was their first female. Well, they were showing me boots, like what do I want, whatever. Not to make a boot for me, but just to have boots. And I said, oh, yeah, but you have to order them in a size, whatever. I can't even remember what my size is anymore for the male shoe. But they were like, we don't have women's shoes. I said no, and they were like, nobody does? I said no, all women, all girls order men's sizes. And they just were like, what? So they made me my own shoe at the time that wasn't supposed to be mass produced or anything. Put my logo on it, my initials. It's called the Hyper Jab, right? It was, and then I also have another one with a little bit of difference that's called the Bolo.
No, you're good.
Okay, it's called the Bolo, right? And when everything started to pick up like crazy, they were like, we're not into gear like gloves, but we're shoes. So we really want to look into mass producing shoes that girls can order in their size, the way it should be, and we want your boot to be the boot.
Yeah, because I've called your fights and I always liked them. Like, oh, the boots are cool, and you've always had the logo on there. I thought those were just like you like a sticker putting it on or anything like that. But I didn't know that they were for the Marlen shoes.
Yeah, and we demoed a lot. A few of the guys can't mention their names. Don't want to be mean, but did take a little bit off my boot just for their special boot. And then I kept demoing, kept changing things, making sure that everything was right. And because the pros and everything kind of goes. Yeah. Once I got my second world title, they said, okay, I think we're ready to go ahead and do this. Especially the way women's boxing and little girls are picking up. They're getting so many orders, and Nike understands that to not have women being able to order in their own shoe size is something that they're not supporting.
Hey, good luck to you Saturday.
Thank you.
This was really cool. Another edition of Golden Boy Insider. Make sure you subscribe. I'm your host, Bethany Ray.